Hello and welcome back to Round 1 Back 9 coverage of the MPO field here at the New Zealand Disc Golf Championships. This coverage is brought to you by MTG Media. My name is Connor Wood and with me, Andrew Gum.
Pleasure to be here for this national championships in New Zealand. We had a great front nine, tons of wind, but the players battled tough in there and they're all kind of hanging around par. So they did pretty.
Yeah, absolutely. As we take a quick look at the leaderboards here, we see through the front nine, Maxime Tonge leading at 6 under, Ethan Stout at 5 under, Ollie Webb at 4, as well as a slew of players tied at 3 under in 4th place. Still a very tight battle at the top of the leaderboards. And I'm excited to see how this back 9 plays.
Yeah, let's get into
We
it.
start here. Hole 10. Par 4, 165 meters. This is a full power straight shot off the tee, leaving a touchy approach shot over the OB Golf Green Island to a smaller green surrounded by OB on all sides after that. Ground play is important to watch out for as this grass is very short and gives tons of action.
Yeah, another great hole. Lots of OB near the basket and but very attackable.
And I think quite a thematic design here. We've seen a lot of power shots off the tee and then touchy shots on the approach. We got Jackson up first.
Smooth rip.
Nice soft turnover there.
Yeah, that's his stable Kahu. XG.
Oh, I love the XG. Really nice flyer.
Yeah, he's in good position there. Got a fairly routine upshot.
Jayden with a nice level shot there, pushing it really far forwards, but he does bring that OB Island into play there.
Yeah,
We might see him in a bit of trouble.
put a good move on that destroyer, but this one,
Oh, and Isaac looking to get some shape there and push the distance. You saw the moment that the flight plate got exposed, the wind just pushed it away. But I think he came back nicely at the end there.
yeah, that was his Hades. Definitely got a lot of turn when the wind caught it. Halo
That
destroyer.
looked to be another destroyer in the hands, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
From Levi.
Fighting through the wind.
Rips that one and
Off to the left is good there.
classic.
Oh.
Yeah, that nice classic overstable finish in the wind, I think really favorable.
Nicely played. Isaac with the glow Takapu.
Oh, does it have the height though?
It's a
I do see
slide.
him crest over that OB. And he'll be up there looking for his birdie putt.
And even this tiny mound on the green can be kind of difficult in the wind and with that slick green, you know. Whoa.
Wow. As he gets lifted and smashed down, he's up there somehow. Managed to stick it. Crazy flight.
Yeah, that was all over the place. Kind of bumps off of
Smooth skipper there from Levi.
be fine. Decent jump putt approach there.
Jacko for birdie. Hail.
Oh yeah. Nice one. Finally gets that left side to catch for him.
Scary putt with OB directly behind the elevated basket. Stone cold there.
That's a great putt. And he's cruising. He's 2 under, so currently leading the card. Great putt there for birdie.
Beautiful. Yeah. No doubt. Jayden now, I believe for par.
Yeah, I think he was out. No.
Also securing that birdie.
Birdie, okay.
Must have been safe off the tee shot. Good
Yeah,
stuff there
yeah.
as he pushes all the distance that he can and then has an easy upshot. As we see a nice star frame here. All threes for our feature card.
Great way to kick off the back nine here. All with birds. Card having a laugh there.
And now the course changes a little bit. Hole 11, par 5, 328 meters. This behemoth of a hole 5 demands big controlled power. With OB on all sides, you can very quickly find yourself stacking up the strokes. A narrow entrance, roughly 100 meters up the fairway, with OB pinching in, can very quickly come into play, so players will need to choose whether they want to lay up before the OB or try to cross all the way over off the first, and then their second shot try to get all the way up for a birdie look.
Another great looking par 5. This one a little longer with OB and quite a bit of tree line too on the edges.
Definitely some controlled power there.
Seemed to work out well. Jayden going with a felon. Drops it right in the middle.
Isaac now looking for some overstability as he hangs it out wide.
Yeah.
Friendly kiss from the trees.
Yeah, he got that FD3 to come back just enough in the end. The trees helped as well.
Nice stroke there from Levi. The solid pushing hyzer. But there's the OB on the left side.
That really sneaks up.
Pushed it a little bit too far. Yeah, it's about 80 to 100 meters. It comes into play very quick.
Yeah.
You really have to make a choice how aggressive you want to go.
Yeah, and that was his more straight force, but it looked like it just finished too much fade. And now Isaac's in trouble, overturning that into the OB.
I don't think any disc is stable enough for that shot.
Yeah, that's tough to get a good move.
Jayden opting for forehand. You see he's sailing here over that OB line. So pitching up on the first offers him this big shot on the second, totally avoiding the OB that comes early on the left. I think a very nice game plan displayed there from him.
Yeah, really trusting his stability. Make sure he's back in play. One gets an air bounce, but it looks like it's staying straight enough. If it can just check up, sure does.
See Levi now from his lie. We'll see if he can beat this tree. Grabs him heavy and drops him down. Also OB.
Oh, that's OB, okay. Looked like it was just safe, but nope.
It's a very winding fairway, actually. Although it may look very rectangular and straight, the OB lines do get closer and wider at different points up the fairway.
Okay.
Isaac with a little bit too much stability now. Fading out the left side as he pushes the distance. He finds himself again in OB. You really see how punishing this brutal, long par 5 hole 11 is.
Beast of a hole, especially in the wind, you know? Like, you really got to control it. The fairway's not so wide. That was a good shot.
And you're definitely seeing that was a great shot. You're definitely seeing some frustration out of some of these young men. I wonder how much that comes into play given the conditions and the enormous hole. How much staying composed and persevering can do with even potentially multiple OBs in a single hole.
Yeah, it's still early in the event. You know, you don't want to shoot yourself out of it. First round, you just stay calm and keep moving forward. Everyone's battling with the wind, so you can kind of expect the scores won't be too impressive, but with the way Max was playing, who knows? 6 down on the front nine is insane.
That is insane. We'll see if he can continue the momentum into the back nine. Definitely the harder of the two nines now ahead of us. We see all of these players ripping their big third shots up there. All of them left with a short approach. Isaac now with a long shot remaining.
Going back to that Perkins essence, the Zen. And he goes nice and straight. Nice little hyzer flip on that. Touchy in the wind, but he gets it to work out pretty good.
No doubt. And I think in clear, normal conditions, this is a very attackable par 5, but given today's circumstances,
Yeah, I think you're fine with
incredibly difficult hole.
a par, and birdie's kind of a bonus, I guess.
Long step putt approach from Jayden there. He showed a great game plan up until this point.
Yeah, definitely. Nice up there from Levi. Looks like this section might be a little more sheltered. I don't see the trees swaying quite as much. I'm sure they're dealing with wind still, but
Oh, but you are right. This does look to be a little bit calmer. So we see Isaac here with a short putt. Secures it. Takes a triple bogey with 2 OB strokes as he moves on, looking to keep his head high. Jayden there with a solid, clean game plan. Takes an easy par.
yeah, par feels good on this one, I think, in these conditions. 328 meters, you know, with all that OB. Levi was a double? All right, he was OB. Pretty nice par there from Jackson. He's playing really well. Still 2 under.
Very solid. As the daunting par 5s continue, we move to hole 12. Par 5, 360 meters. It has slightly friendlier OB than hole 11, but at 360 it is even longer. I think most of these players will get a chance to get a big throw down there. The only OB is on the fairway of 11 on the right side, and some hazard bunkers way long. So I think a lot of these players are just going to be tested on their distance and accuracy in the wind and see if they can get possibly their 3 shots up there and a 4th one in. But once again, I think par 5 is a great score here.
Yeah, 1,181 feet. That's a long, long hole. Something flew in front of the camera. Was that a bird? Did you see that?
I did. I think it was a good omen. Whatever
Yeah.
the bird on his disc is what I'm going to say that is.
Yeah, exactly. They got great stamps and names for all of those RPM discs with the logo.
Great shape there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you see Jayden now looking to go for that huge turnover as well, but catches the Guardians early with a very quick turn.
Yeah, that was his Wraith. Good D on it, but a little too flippy. Oh, kicked back towards the left, I think.
Looks like it came back to the middle, but I think he didn't get nearly as much distance as he would like.
Yeah, I overcooked it as well.
Isaac now with a nice looking turnover shot to full flex.
Yeah, he really likes that Hades for those kind of little bit turning full flight shots.
Well, hey, that was super smooth.
Yep.
And I was wondering when we're going to see the rollers come down on these big par 5s.
Yeah, with that short grass on
Levi,
this golf course, it
absolutely.
seems like a great play. It can be tough.
Look at this thing go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going the wrong way.
The wind just kind of got a hold of that one. Hold it way off to the right in the end, but still.
But I think tons of distance on that. He really pushed that up there.
Yep. There you can see he's not too far away. Another Hades. Laying it down. Can it stand up? Yes, sir. Pretty nice roller.
Yeah, no doubt. Isaac has really shown it to be a part of his game. Well-formed part of his game at that.
Indeed.
I find rollers really tough to aim, personally, but these guys showing how it's done.
Not easy in the wind.
Are you a roller guy?
I got a pretty good forehand roller that I put down straight, like with the cut, with a really overstable disc. Backhand, I try. I need to work on it a little more. It's not my specialty, but nice Wraith shot there.
Jayden smushing that one. Yeah, did not opt for the roller. Got a low height and a full flight. Really nice shape.
Such a useful shot, though. I really should work on it. It's kind of tough to work on it in Finland, though. The summers are so short and the ground isn't particularly flat.
And I'm in Switzerland, where the majority of it is played in farmland, so you don't really get a flat ground anywhere.
Okay, so the ground's a little bit like chunky or choppy.
Bumpy, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta watch your step.
Yeah, here it's
We see Isaac.
nice move on that. If it stables up, he'll be in great shape.
Oh, buttery
Oh,
smooth
it sure does.
glide there.
I got a lot of great ground play. But yeah, I think most of the courses in Finland are quite wooded, so the backhand roller doesn't really, not that.
Doesn't really play.
Yeah, there's blueberry bushes and granite rock everywhere, so you're likely to get hard to control.
Ooh, look at this ground play, man.
Wow.
These guys are firing these drivers in, and they are just sliding right up. Levi going past the pin there. Uncharacteristic of Jayden. He's shown to be playing low to the ground, and that one really got away from him with the nose up angle.
It did, and hyzered way out. What's your main roller disc?
I throw a really beaten in opto bolt, and instead of throwing a roller angle, I just throw it like every other throw and trust the flippiness.
Just let the disc do the work. That's cool.
Let the disc do the work, because I can rip it full power flat, land it on the cut angle, and have it stand up to turn over the whole way.
Nice.
Super trusty.
Yeah, it's a
solid looking up shot there from Jackson. Isaac from deep.
get up and down anyway.
Healthy little half bid there from Jayden.
Yep. Yeah, that roller's such a useful play. I really should work on that, or find a good field.
Super solid putt from Jackson for the birdie there. I'm interested that you prefer the forehand roller. I also try him out with more stable discs, but the backhand where it's at for me.
Sure, yeah. That
max distance for sure.
Jackson's rollers looked really good with that pekka earlier on.
Oh,
look at that, hanging high shelf.
As Levi sticks the pole.
You don't see that very often.
Wow,
that's way up there hanging. Even he's a bit surprised by it. And I'm sure he's well accustomed to these baskets, so that might be a rare event that we just saw.
You can see that little heart at the top center.
Oh yeah,
where the chains fold a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it just nestled right in there. As these guys battle it out on this hole 12. Tricky hole. We move on to a still long but slightly less long hole number 13. Par 4, 159 meters with an open shot into a low ceiling wooded fairway. Players will need to keep their shots low to fight their way up there. There is a Mando pushing you left that comes into play, but this is another potential chance for an aggressive roller, as we mentioned.
Yeah, I guess you got that 160 meter roller, get yourself an eagle.
Hey, look, just get to 140 and then take your 20 meter putt.
There you go. That'll do as well. Jackson.
We'll see. It's a tricky risk to take, especially as these guys hover around that par area, just plus or minus a couple strokes. Sometimes you do want to go aggressive and go for the eagle, but I think this one is a very playable birdie.
Yep. Air shot with the atomic Qatari. Wind kind of lifted it up and it caught some branches, but I think he's still got some pretty good D on it. Halo Destroyer here from Levi. And he gets knocked down early. Doesn't look happy. Think he wanted that a little wider and lower, maybe?
Definitely lower, I think.
Yeah.
You just want to hit the ceiling and punch through as much as possible. Anything that gets lifted is pretty quickly dropping, and you're left with a very tricky shot in the woods remaining.
Yep.
Jayden here with a strong throw. We'll see if he can find the height.
That's a better looking height.
And look at that.
Oh, that's great. Does catch something late, but oh no, he's way up there.
That's a huge shot. Yeah, he punched right through.
Nicely done.
Look, there's that 140. There's his 20-meter putt.
Yeah, that's a cloud breaker too, and he just kind of smoothed that way up there.
He might be a little bit longer than 20, but that was a fantastic shot.
Definitely. Going the line. And here's that roller you're talking about. Let's see if he can get through there. Yes. Kind of turns over.
It's turning. That's a pretty good spot to be.
That worked out.
I don't think he's quite punched through that Mando gap, but he is dead center with a nice open look.
Lined up well.
Oh, and very tricky shot for Levi here.
Ooh.
Looks like he's going way out the left side with something overstable.
Super low ceiling.
Praying it fights through. I think we saw it drop there.
Yeah, I caught those branches on that pine tree and didn't get too far. Gonna have to probably settle for par.
Isaac now his second shot. Wants to put himself close to try and secure the birdie. Oh, but that low ceiling just keeps that nose a little bit too much downwards and doesn't fight all the way there.
Jackson's got a platinum Katuku.
Oh, good tree.
Yeah. Him to check up inside the circle. Birdie look. Nice smooth up there.
Levi has that shot locked down, that very casual, smooth hyzer skip. I think this course really a great place for him to showcase that.
Really makes that look easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Just effortless.
Down on a knee.
Jayden with a forehand and hyzer bid, but I think he wanted to put that in. I think he could have chosen to slide it up on the low angle. I think he wanted to put that in.
No, I think you're totally right. It looked like he was really aiming that right to the basket and just kind of caught one of those overhanging branches at the end. Decent bid from Isaac.
Hey, respect. Jayden was looking for that eagle. He took a risk and he got a little bit punished, but still well within the circle now for birdie here.
Would have been a sweet highlight for sure.
Oh, but
Bummer.
just a little bit high out of the hand. And he'll have a tap-in par. Jackson now for his birdie.
And picking back up. Nice putt right there. Starting to dial it in. Was maybe a little shaky in the front part of the round, but
No, he's steaming ahead.
yeah, now he's right in the groove and connecting clean.
He has that eagle power from front nine.
Yeah, that boosted him, didn't it? He's 3 under, so might see him again tomorrow if he can keep the pace.
Yeah, as Jayden and Isaac take their pars here, the other 2 birdies, we move on to hole 14. Par 4, 145 meters. This super tight tunnel shot will keep all these players honest, as they must navigate this very skinny fairway with OB looming on all sides. You will need to pure your line twice to even have a chance at birdie, as the green cuts tightly to the right side at the end. A forehand is likely what you want for that last shot. You see that heavily guarded basket.
Wow.
Backhand entrance is going to be really tricky.
Awesome hole. Love what they've done here. Rare to see this tight of a tunnel shot on a golf course conversion, and they've nailed this one. That's a beauty.
Totally agree.
See what Jackson can do here. Mashing on a Iwakawaka. Excuse my pronunciation if I'm butchering any of these. I'm not that familiar with some of these molds, but a lot of fun to see him in action.
Yeah, Levi with a pretty straight looking shot. I think he'll have a forehand on his second. Out from the tree line. We'll see what Jayden opts for now. I think all of these guys, despite wanting the distance, likely throwing lower speed, soft landing discs just to avoid any play left or right.
Yep, just putting that
that is dead center.
Buzz right down the middle. Beautifully done. Kept it low and straight.
I mean, dissected the fairway.
Yeah.
Just drew a line straight down the middle.
That's all you really want on this one. I mean, no sense to get too greedy. Want to control it and stay out of the rough.
Hey, he waved his disc left and he got it.
Nice one.
He's also in a very friendly spot in the middle.
That was a takapu.
I think that's the Zen he's been throwing all day in his hands.
Yes, sir.
Smooth, soft turnover flight, and he'll have a chance with his upshot to get his par, which on this hole I think goes a very long way.
Absolutely. I mean, look at how protected that green is. Gonna end up pretty close but short and not have a look at all. I think you want to be a little left just to give yourself a putt. Maybe deep.
Yeah, and to open up that swing to the right at the end as much as possible. The further right you are on the fairway, the more pinched you will be on the final approach.
Indeed.
As Levi there connects with the tunnel on the left.
Looks like some pretty...
See what Jayden can find here.
Yeah, the rough is real rough.
Yes, the wind is back, right?
Yep. See it swirling even in this tunnel. Trying to work it left to right, but it gets knocked down. He's out in the clear, though. Could have been worse. You don't want to be buried deep in there. You can see how low hanging all the branches are. It can be really hard to find a stance and particularly hard to execute a good shot. This looks
Levi
great.
with a flippy disc here. Big hyzer release to drifting turn.
That was a beauty.
As that spins out. I
Go a
think
little
he
long,
just flew
though.
past it, right?
Yeah, he might have gone a little long, but
That's a look. I think that's a pretty decent shot for him to have a chance to save his par. Jackson here playing the forehand over stability. Goes just past Levi's disc.
nice one.
Beautiful.
It was a perfect upshot there with the zone. Not sure what was... Oh, there's some
I think the walker.
pedestrians wandering around on the green.
Look to have a soft little slide to the right there. I think he's well positioned for a putt.
Yep.
See Jackson up first here. If he can manage this tricky hyzer gap between the trees.
Well, gave it a chance, but a little wide right. Oh, there you see some beautiful New Zealand wildlife. Might have been the bird we saw fly in front of the camera earlier. He seems to be hanging out with the gallery, enjoying some great disc golf. Oh my goodness, what a putt.
Levi off the knee.
That was a banger.
Finds it, and a fantastic save. I think one of his shots was about 30, 40 meters, so for him to save par there is really solid.
Yeah, great stroke to finish there. A nice
Jayden
easy.
also with a pretty stress-free par.
Yep, he's under par. Battling tough.
Oh, yeah, Isaac got far enough up here to do this little straddle. And although I think that tree isn't really in his putting stroke, it's definitely in his head.
For sure, but he executes a nice knee putt there. Stretches a little left and punches it right in the middle. Solid, hard. And uh-oh, that's a double bogey from Jackson. He was playing so clean, especially on this back nine. Trips up a little bit there on that difficult shot.
Yeah, and it comes quick on hole 14. We move on to 15. Par 4, 191 meters. This must-get birdie requires a big drive straight off the tee. You then hop over an OB island with hazard bunkers and even more OB surrounding the tight green. This hole requires power off the first shot and a good degree of touch on the second, but statistically is one you want to get.
And again, look at how much OB around the basket. You got to be so touchy with the approaches. Great course design, good score separation on every hole.
Big drive here from Levi. May have sent it a tad too straight.
Yeah, let's hope
He doesn't fade in time. He looks to be caught up.
Hope he's not
Trees
too
there.
deeply buried because that looks real thick. And it didn't really look like it punched out, so might be in trouble there.
Jayden, I think he's going for a pretty aggressive line here. Highs a release on the left side, letting it turn over, but doesn't get the full turn. But he's certainly up there. It looks like he got tons of distance.
Yep.
Isaac now shaking it out.
Going back to that Hades. Getting some nice turn. Beautiful full flight. Finishes nice, and he's way up there.
Yeah, great line. You see that slick golf green? You can slide your way up right to there, but a little bit too soft or a little bit too hard, and you can find trouble quick.
For sure.
I think this disc is pretty overstable, if I had to guess.
Qatari, atomic. Rusted it off the tee, but that time it moved a little too far right, I think. And yeah, he's kind of obstructed here. I have to go with the
It's been shown.
Takapu.
Oh, is that sails?
Yeah. A little bit too
Long
much.
OB right.
A bit too much angle on that Takapu, and the wind took it. Oh. Like Jackson slipping just a little bit here at the end of the round. Hopefully he can finish strong and try to keep a spot on the lead card.
He's still leading this feature card.
Oh yeah, no,
score.
he's still doing great.
By no means a bad round. Very solid so far.
Yeah, just running.
Jayden playing that skip. Oh, and look at the touch. He found it. He played the skip off the green and he settled soft. That is textbook.
Beautiful. Isaac with a zone approach and left it a little short, but he's off the OB golf green there at least, I believe. And his caddy likes it, so maybe he's closer than I thought.
I think he got a pretty friendly skip up there.
Oh,
Levi again showing that very casual Heiser skip.
Great control.
I believe Jackson to save par.
That'd be a great par save.
Oh,
Oh no. It's safe anyway. But still a bit of a comebacker. He's still out. About 8 meters. Not the windiest part of the course, but oh yeah.
Look at that.
Great putt there. I think that was just a single bogey. Yeah, for sure.
Levi saves his par after a tricky lie off the tee shot. Heavily in the trees. That's a solid save. And Isaac securing the birdie. Nicely done. 2 very solid shots. I believe Hades and then zone to slide his way up there.
Indeed. He looked pretty stoked about that. Great to get a birdie after a few holes without. There is
Jayden finds his as well.
nice ones.
We move on to hole 16, par 3, 115 meters. This hole bends softly left to right with an OB golf green on the left side, hazard bunkers, and OB all along the right side. You want to throw it for the right-handed players, a soft backhand turnover, maybe a forehand straight shot, but it could get dangerous in this wind once you start working some angles. So definitely a touch of power, but as usual, a good degree of touch is required.
Yeah, really nice par 3. One these guys are going to want to get, but again, with the wind, I mean, not so easy. Jayden got a tee.
Jayden looking for that turnover shape. I think the headwind there, maybe even left to right, just caught him.
Yeah, his T-bird 3 wasn't stable enough to handle that wind. Not a terrible shot though. He's decent position. Par anyway.
Isaac's heading for that bunker. Oh, but he beats it.
Just beats it, but ends up on
Ah.
the golf green. So that's going to be a penalty
Yeah.
stroke as well. He'll have a chance to save
I
par
think
with
he'll have a mid-circle 2 par putt, yeah.
Yep.
There's that straight-looking forehand. We do see a pretty overstable finish, though.
Yeah, Raptor.
Settles nicely. That's solid edge of circle birdie look.
Mm-hmm. Nicely done. Jackson with the Hawaii. Great move on that. Overshoots it a little. Circle's edge coming back for the birdie. Great rip there, though.
Jayden now. Long look. Opts to simply lay it up and take a safe 3.
Nicely done. All you can really expect from back there. I mean, especially in this wind, it's a little risky to try to throw it in. Good effort there to save the par, but drops a little bit right. Not a fully committed stroke there from Jackson. Leaves it low and right.
See, I believe Levi now for his birdie.
Oh,
and
no.
the heartbreaker.
Oh, man.
Did you see the seesaw?
Just teeter-tottered there on the rim, and the nubs just
Oh, man.
flopped off the wrong way. That's a bummer. It looked like a great putt. Unfortunate result.
Really did.
Oh, that one's a little high.
Jackson also catching chains and not sticking. Yeah, high left side. Spat him back out. As we see that spread there, all players super close. But something you mentioned earlier, which I think is really valuable to note, is that every hole on this layout can be a swing here.
Yep. Yeah, we're seeing it now. They're flip-flopping around. Jackson's lead is subsiding quite a bit on the card, and now Jayden's right there with him, actually overtaking him on this hole. So three over par strokes in a row for Jackson. He was really on a tear, and now he needs to get it back together and finish strong here. Still a lot of golf to play, so never give up.
A lot of golf to play, including hole 17, the final par 5 of the layout at 275 meters. With OB on the right side the entire way, players will need to get as much power possible down the middle. For their second shots, try to pierce this tree-lined tunnel left of the basket. Some players may even opt to go over the trees if they can get far enough up there and have the power. However, OB hides directly behind the basket in case you come in too hot, so you're going to need to have a nice controlled descent.
Another really nice looking hole. Some great par 5s, and see if they can get this one. I think this one's a little bit more likely to birdie than the last couple.
Tons of snap and turn on that drive, but you see the cut rolled back out.
Gonna help him, I think. Keep him in the middle anyway. Didn't get a ton of distance, but he's only 275 meters, so it's still a chance.
Levi with some overstability here, plays out to that left side.
Yeah, his Zeus.
He's going to have a very tricky footing, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff on the ground there. Isaac with the Hades again. He really trusts this. That's a pretty bad shot, though, but gets a great kick. Really late released that, but he's got some real tree love and puts him right back on the fairway. Not a lot of distance, but lucky he's not buried in there. Quite a shank.
Some friendly trees out here on 17. We'll see if Jackson gets involved with him.
Stable XG.
Looking like he wants an aggressive turnover line. Yeah, that looks... Oh, got pushed down a little bit. I thought he might get that nice full flight, but very solid shot there, and I think dead center right where you want to be.
Make sure you join up with MDG Media's Patreon, help support them, bring in disc golf coverage from all around the world. We're really grateful for what they're doing, putting themselves out there all the way across the world and bringing us this quality coverage. Do what you can to help support MDG Media.
And don't kick your discs, especially ones you like to throw a lot.
Be nice to your discs, and hopefully they'll be nice back to you. But no, I think it's definitely a long round, all these long holes, and with the wind, you can definitely see that Isaac is starting to be a little bit exhausted and slightly frustrated.
Jayden is just crushing these drives, really turning them over in the conditions here, and I think not getting the finishes that he's hoping for.
Yeah, that one a bit overcooked.
But you can tell he has tons of power, and he's really going for it.
Yeah, and very smooth power. He's not forcing it a lot. I mean, it looks like a nice kind of smooth swing, but...
Yeah. Talking of smooth swing.
Yeah, that man's got one for sure. And
wow,
the great
that is
finish.
242, just straight down the middle.
Stable XG. Pretty good.
I didn't quite see if Levi had a standstill or a walk up there, but seems to have gotten tons of distance regardless.
Yep. Big flare skip on the end of it, but that's not going to hurt him. Give him some extra D, and he should have a pretty good angle to approach. Isaac getting a little friendly with that tree, and not the easiest swing. Fades it off a little bit in the end, but it'd work out okay.
See what Jayden has here.
Got himself a Cloud Breaker 2.
Opting for the big swinging hyzer as he comes in the back, crashes through the door and bounces back to the basket. These really are friendly trees here on 17. That is a really good result.
Another Hades shot.
You'll be left with that tree line to contend with. I like the width there, although it doesn't quite skip all the way. I think that he still has a look. Jackson now, this is his third shot to try and secure the birdie, get himself close, but a little bit of a counter skip there.
Yeah, the Cosmic Kiwi didn't quite get the flare skip I think he was hoping for. Looked like a good shot.
Well, they don't fly, so...
A little bit of a tired Isaac there. Has to go down and kind of lunge putt approach, and needs a little help from his caddy to get up. He's definitely feeling the burn.
Really nice bit off the knee there. Unfortunately catches right side basket and kicks off. That would have been a great save. Levi finds it off the knees for the birdie.
This guy, he's just full of highlights, and you can never really count him out on these putts. He's very focused. He really wants it. Great execution.
Yeah. One of the best, most consistent putters in the game here as we take a look at his form in slow-mo. Little snap of the wrist, right side the whole way, and fades into the center pole.
Well-deserved slow-mo there. Sick highlight.
Jayden with a very nice birdie there. Fortunate kick off the trees on his final shot, but well thrown to give himself the chance there.
Yep.
And he took full advantage. We'll see Jackson now, I believe, for the par.
No, that was a birdie because he had those two great first drives, and then no, wait, because his Kiwi was short.
Because he went past on the approach.
You're right. Yeah, it was a par. Totally.
It was that one off the basket.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah. Excuse me. So he's off the bogey wagon, but on the par train, and let's see if he can get a birdie to finish. Really nice hole here. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, hole 18, par 3, 115 meters. This is an island green, testing your nerves right at the end of a very long round. You have hazard bunker everywhere short, OB long if you fire it a little bit too far. And if you don't make this island, you're almost always approaching on your third shot given that hazard play. So this hole will really test the composure of these players, especially in the wind late in the round.
Yeah, another scary green with OB all about. Hazard for the bunker and short, and then as you see the red lines there for the OB behind and left and right. Deep. Looks like Levi's lining up a big spike hyzer.
I believe Jayden on the tee.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. He put that jacket on and now I'm...
Yeah, they both have the black jacket now. Yeah, no, I know.
No, my bad.
Oh, look at this thing. Oh my
wow.
God.
Right.
The height in the wind, and he just drops it down.
That was a beautiful shot.
Incredible. That was like a stall shot.
Incredible way to finish the round. Look at this. Got that halo destroyer. Great follow
There's that
through.
snappy compact form you mentioned.
Yeah. What a fantastic replay there. Get to see the smooth swing, and he's parked.
Levi playing a lower line.
Getting a good skip though, and I think he's safe.
I think he slid his way up to a putt.
Nicely done. Jackson with the atomic Qatari again. He's going to this off the tee a lot. Big high hyzer, but if the wind might pull that one too far left, I'm thinking. Yeah, sure does. OB bunker, so still a chance to save par, but deep in circle 2.
We'll see if Isaac wants to play the straight line. He hangs it very wide out. We'll see if the wind can swing him all the way back in. Oh, but he rolls backwards towards that OB line. We'll see where his lie is ultimately. May have found himself in some trouble. May be safe.
Might be just safe.
End of this round. Yeah, it can just be a couple centimeters difference.
We did hear the gallery sigh, like they were quite saddened by it, but he might be just on the line and safe. We're hard to say.
Oh, Isaac for the birdie.
Wow.
What an ending to this round, to find the step putt from behind the hedge from deep circle 2.
Fantastic way to finish the round. Yeah, and you see he's so happy.
Yeah,
We're gonna,
give it to him.
Please. Well deserved.
High release, straight line.
Right on the mark. I'm well impressed with what we've seen from him. He's showing some emotion here. Great way to finish. But he's had a lot of highlights throughout the day.
And he ends strong, finishing at +2 over par. Very long round.
Yeah, not bad in the win.
It's Levi.
Yeah.
This is a magic basket here.
These guys
Levi
are...
with a great birdie putt to end at 1 under for the round.
Yeah, these guys are really warming up here near the end of the round. Finally getting comfortable in the wind and just pumping out the highlights.
Yeah, and the energy is in the air. That is Jackson with 3 shots and an OB stroke for 4 there, ending it even. As Jayden taps in his birdie to play 4 under for the round, leading this feature card. Very clean bogey-free back 9 from Jayden there. Everyone else taking a little bit of damage. Brilliant
round from Jayden. But everybody, battled tough. Nobody let it get too much under their skin. I mean, Jackson with a little bit of a struggle there on the last few holes. Otherwise, he played great.
Jayden securing second place there at 4 under. Ethan Stout leading at 6 under. Maxime, Nate, William, and Connor at 3 under. We got a contested field. You can see how punishing that back 9 really was. Super exciting. Fantastic course. Thank you for watching. Make sure to tune into round 2. Andrew, it was a pleasure.
It was great. Thank you so much for being with me in the booth, and a big thanks to all the touring and tournament partners making this possible. We're going to call that one a round, and we'll hope to see you back for round 2.